it's Adam Webster from 98.9 Nash Icon, joined by Ryleigh Modig via Zoom. I'm at my house in Worcester. She's at her house in Spencer. If you know the name Ryleigh Modig, you probably watched The Voice because she had quite a run. And let's talk a bit about an upcoming show you have. You got a whole bunch of shows. You got some fundraisers coming up, but I'd love to know the story about how you ended up on The Voice.
Yeah, so I was staying with my aunt in Baltimore, and they were holding auditions like right down the street at a convention center. So we decided to just pop in and see what was happening, and we waited in line for a couple hours, and next thing I knew, I was flying out to LA the next couple months, and the rest is history. A year later, I was top 17. So
you're at this mall and you're auditioning at the mall and in front of producers, obviously, and they said, yeah, we like you. So then what's the next step? Then they send you what, to other producers? And how many layers on this onion?
It's really, it's like there's one where you get like a little red ticket and they're like, okay, next step, we're good. We like you. And then you go to the next one and it's like a couple different producers, and then they're like, okay, cool, we like you. We'll do a little interview. And then if the interview goes well, then we'll send you off and you'll audition. So I went through all those processes and they were like, yep, we still like you. You're still good. So you haven't sucked yet. So, and then sent me off to LA and it all went down.
So on your first live shot on The Voice, are they doing, cut, do it again, or is it kind of live to tape? You get one chance to get this done.
It's pretty much, they edit some stuff out. Like I have a potty mouth, so like they definitely had to edit some things out in my interviews. I won't lie. So like they can cut stuff out like that since it's not live until the live shows, and then they can't cut anything out.
Right.
But they can cut things out if they don't like how it goes, but you get your one and done audition. So if you mess up, you're screwed.
So your audition, who turned around first?
So Kelly turned around first pretty early on in the song. And then I was happy with that. I was cool with that. I was like, whoever turns, that's cool. And then I was just expecting that. The end of the song comes around and I'm like, all right, finish off strong. Here we go. And then Nick turned and I was like, okay, two chairs. That's even better. So yeah, it kept getting better from there. I got a triple steal during knockouts, and that turned me into a 4-chair turn. So that was pretty cool.
Unbelievable. Here's this girl from Spencer, Mass. How old are you now?
I'm 19.
19 years old, a graduate from, that would have been David Prouty High School in Spencer, right?
I did homeschool.
Okay.
Yeah, but I graduated.
So you got homeschooled on a number of different things because you're from a musical family. You can see some of the posters behind you, but your dad played in bands for a while. So your dad is a musician, and do you play any instruments yourself?
Yeah, I play a little bit of guitar, mostly ukulele, mostly baritone ukulele, which is my favorite, and a little bit of piano.
And you're a songwriter as well. You perform your own music when you play out and about. You play all throughout central Massachusetts. Where are some of the places that you've played recently?
Yeah, I played at Oakham Brewery the other night. I played at the Black and White in Spencer. Let's see, Peppercorns, the Civic, all sorts of places around Spencer. Around Central Mass. And my website, RyleighModigMusic.com, has a little tab where you can click on shows, and it has all of my dates for my shows, and you can check it out.
And you've got a very special event that's coming up at the end of this month on July 31st in the Brookfields. And why don't you talk a little bit about this show and what it means to you to perform there?
Yeah, so this is a show that is kind of representing people who struggle with mental health issues, and it's kind of bringing awareness to that. And it's a free show, but you can donate to the cause, and there's going to be a bunch of awesome bands and musicians playing. And it's just something that I am super passionate about as somebody who has struggled with being bullied, and somebody who has struggled with, being different because, of my sexuality, or, being different because, I was homeschooled or anything like that. I've struggled with a lot of mental health issues and in and out of therapy, on and off meds. And, I just want to kind of end the stigma and, be open about my story so other people can feel less alone.
I too suffered from bullying in elementary school, fifth grade specifically. Fifth and sixth grade were very difficult for me. I so badly want to say these people's names right now, but I won't, because suddenly we're all friends on Facebook. But it was hellacious years, right?
Yeah.
And it went into, I was never a popular kid. I was never a cool kid. I had my own little group, but I do suffer from depression. I've been on medication. And I think it's important for people to know that there are other people who are dealing with this also, but the fact that there is somewhere you can go and there is help available, which is so important.
Absolutely. There's absolutely no shame in asking for help. And we've all been there. I especially have been there. And I understand the struggle of asking for help, and I still struggle with it, but I've learned that it's okay to put yourself first, and it's okay to care enough about yourself and your well-being and your mental health to ask for help. And, even if it's just, hey, can you come out of the house with me today and, get me out and about so I'm not laying in bed being sad all day. You need to surround yourself with people who also care about you. And that's definitely a big part of self-care.
So 19 years old, you were on The Voice on NBC. You were coached by some huge names. You got to rub shoulders with some big names, which must have been just, oh my God, at first. And then you're on a first name basis with these people by the time the show ends.
Now I'm on a first name basis with Ellen too, because on the Ellen show.
But you're still playing these awesomely local venues here in central Massachusetts. But what is the dream to get to that next step, and how do you get there?
The dream for me is definitely to eventually be playing big venues and having, a big sold out tour somewhere. I mean, you have to start from somewhere. So I'm just grinding, hard working, and putting in all my effort. And you have to start from somewhere, and I am sticking to my roots, playing all around here. But yeah, next step for me is definitely, I will be releasing some music soon, so hopefully people like those and I can maybe get signed somewhere, or somebody hears it that likes it. So that's the goal.
So July 31st in West Brookfield, Band Together for Mental Health. It's a Common Ground Cider Works in West Brookfield. It's a free show. They're asking for donations, and it's a great lineup, playing some covers, playing some of your own stuff as well.
Yep. Mostly covers. I've got a few originals under my belt that I'm hoping to share. Some of them are not released quite yet. So new content coming out.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you. For everything Ryleigh Modig, go to RyleighModigmusic.com. It's right there on your screen. And we look forward to keeping in touch throughout your journey.
Of course. Thanks so much for having me.